a rather simple command today. Do not lie. Do not break that ninth commandment. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Do not lie. We see we are addressing vows, and then we are talking about what we do with men, what do we do with women with these vows, and will cause us in modern day America to raise our eyebrows for a moment, and I'll talk about it briefly. But verse 1 says, Moses spoke to the heads of the tribes of the people of Israel, saying, This is what the Lord has commanded. If a man vows a vow to the Lord or swears an oath to bind himself by a pledge, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceeds out of his mouth. If he says it, he better do it, especially if he's binding himself by a pledge and an oath, a very formal agreement to say, I'm going to do this for the Lord. If a man does it, he's got to follow through no matter what. But then we have a lengthy description, verses 3 all the way down to verse 16, about women and their vows. And what we will see is that there is an allowance for a daughter if the father hears that she makes a vow and he's like, we probably don't need to do that, then she's actually free from the vow. Or if a wife makes a vow and the husband hears it and says, I don't think that's a good thing, then she is also free from the vow. And so, again, we would think in our society, men and women are equal, and they indeed are equal, right? They are equally valuable to the Lord. But we do teach this idea that, or I do believe it, is that the husband is the head of the household spiritually before the Lord. That at the end of the day, in a unique way, the husband, I am going to have to answer for the household in a way that my wife is not going to have to answer before the Lord. I am supposed to be leading a sacrificial servant. It is no excuse to be mean, to say it's going to be my way or the highway. No way, Jose. That is definitely not the case. No way. We are to lead sacrificially our family. And I do want to read to you from Ephesians. It talks about wives submitting to your own husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is head of the church, his body, and is himself its Savior. Doesn't mean that the husband gets to get his own way. No, that is far from reality. But the husband is going to be leading the household spiritually, first and foremost, before the Lord. You see the same thing for parents as well in Ephesians as it talks about it. So even as we look at this, we need to realize that in a unique way, the husband the husband and the father is uniquely standing for the family, leading the family before the Lord, and there is extra responsibility on the man. Are things different now than it was back in the ancient biblical times? Of course, thank the Lord that the ancient customs for women is no longer the case. Many of the rules that the Bible has about slavery and how to protect those in vulnerable situations and how to protect women, thankfully those rules aren't even needed anymore, especially in our society, because those things are not enacted. But still, that principle of the husband leading the household spiritually, and in particular leading sacrificially, is oh so important. So, big takeaway though is do not lie. If you're going to make a vow, if you're going to make a promise to the Lord, you better keep it. I pray that it's probably very good for you to hear that during our 40 days of fasting. It's only day 2. And are you getting ready to give up already? So keep on it going. I pray that's been a blessing to you. I'll see you in the next video.